Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome to a day that was always going to be very special and very emotional. Today, we said farewell to Sergio Busquets, we said farewell to Jordi, Alba and indeed the Camp Nou as we know it. And we also signed off our league season at home with a very, very nice victory. Plenty of goals against Mallorca and top quality goals at that. And the only real concern came by the way of Alejandro Balde. We're going to be talking all about the game, all about the occasion, for one final time at home this season. So come on, and let's do it. Because in terms of Xavi's starting lineup for the final home game here against Mallorca, he did go very strong indeed. It was Balde starting actually at right back, and that was to accommodate Jordi Alba there, starting in his final home game in a Barça shirt there. Busquets also in the midfield alongside Gavi and Frenkie de Jong. Dembele started on the right, Rafinha on the bench, and Ansu Fati was the big inclusion on the left-hand side. Some people were wondering, and maybe still are, was it his last game in a Barça shirt? But he would make a real impression, because Barça didn't take long to get themselves underway in the game. I think we matched the occasion, we matched the energy brought by the incredible crowd inside of the stadium today, and it was a great start to the game. It was Busquets involved in the first goal, Lewandowski playing a key role as well. Gavi there, you can see him inside of the area, so unselfish to square the ball to Ansu Fati. He could have easily gone on his own there, had an attempt on goal, but all he did, square it, open up the angle, and it was an easy tap-in the end for Ansu, which I think actually there gave him a lot of confidence, gave him a lot of belief, and that may really explain what he then went on to do as the game progressed. So Barca, really nice to get underway and get on the score sheet early on. But then came the worrying signs there. 14 minutes gone in the game, and there's no other way to describe this tackle, guys, than utterly out of control. It's a shocking tackle on Alejandro Balde, and I've got to be honest, guys, I was so angry this happened, because this was a game here for both teams. Honestly, it meant nothing. This was a game where nothing was at stake. You don't need to make that tackle and go in like that. It's dangerous. He's so high there, so out of control, and that is really going to hurt there and done some serious damage to Balde. It was really worrying then, because he's actually carried off the field, actually hoisted up and just taken away straight down the tunnel. The Camp Nou was chanting his name, but very worrying indeed. And Barca have been very quick here to confirm the situation. They have said there that Alejandro Balde has a partial tear in the ligaments of his right ankle, and they say that he will miss between 6 to 7 weeks of action. So quite clearly there, that's a serious hit on his ankle. It's done some damage to the ligament. He's going to miss there just under 2 months of action, which means he should be back in time, no problem, for pre-season. That's the most important thing. Obviously now we've got a bit of a break. He should be back and all fine for pre-season and the new campaign, but that was not good. Really worrying signs and an absolutely awful tackle, which resulted in a red card. But back to the action on the field indeed, because Ansu Fati was doing some very impressive things. 24 minutes gone in the game, he added his second goal, and again, Lewandowski's part in this goal was absolutely outstanding. Wonderful build-up play there to actually make it all happen, because Ansu here starts out wide on the left-hand side. He actually plays it then infield to Frenkie de Jong, who then finds Lewandowski in that central area, and what Lewandowski does, he sees the whole picture. He sees that Ansu Fati has already started to make his run inside there, in behind the Mallorca defence, and he sees all that, and he makes the wonderful pass. And it's not just a pass, it's actually a touch. He just allows the ball there to hit him, to make its way through. It's an exquisite ball. Lovely playmaking skill from Lewandowski. We've seen all this before from him. It shouldn't really be a surprise by now, but Ansu Fati electrically onto it there. Clinical finish from close range to make it 2 goals for Ansu on the day. But I've got to say, guys, I really wish we could have seen more of this duo, Lewandowski and Ansu Fati, because I think they could really strike a partnership. Lewandowski has playmaking ability. Ansu Fati also has the ability to get close to Lewandowski, to play off him, to actually make runs in and around him, which I think could work really well. And we did see glimpses of it earlier in the season, way back at the beginning against Real Sociedad away. They linked up well then, and we've barely seen it since. We have hardly seen the two of them combine at all, and that is a real shame. And you do wonder, on the wider scale here, What's going to happen now this summer with Ansu Fati in the final game here? He's done himself no harm, has he? You know, to score 2 goals in the final game of the season, that's what everyone's going to remember. That's the lasting memory now that we're going to have. And I think for Barca, either way, it's still good for the club. Because even if they do still want to go and sell him, if they want to move on Ansu this summer, that remains to be seen if it'll happen. But if they do, that price tag is only going to go up. It's only good here that he's got 2 goals. But at the same time, there may be some pressure now to keep him, you know, not just off the back of this game. There's lots of people that want to make sure that Ansu remains at the club, who want to see the club persist with him and try and get the talent that we know is in there somewhere. And I'm just going to be interested to see now, over these next few weeks, what happens with Ansu. Where is his future going to lie? Big game for him today, and 2 very important goals, maybe, in his Barca future. But what about the 3rd goal, guys? What about this goal? This one for me, you know, in terms of individual goals, I think the second one was a brilliant team goal, but the 3rd one, individually, it's absolutely stunning from Gavi. The strike here is so clean because Dembele just cuts the ball back to him. He's just inside of the box, and Gavi thinks, okay, I'm gonna hit this. Even though it's on his actual weaker foot there, it's on his left foot, but he gets the backlift on it. It's an absolute rocket of a strike. 3-0 Barca, wonder goal from Gavi there. Lovely, lovely strike, and also complete. Love this here, the celebration, kissing of the Barca badge. Yet another clear indication his future is here. That is all that he wants to do, is stay at Barca, and his renewal, registering that renewal, is Barca's priority now at the start of this summer. Before then, after the goals, after the nice moments in the game that we had on the field, it was time to see some players leave it. First of all, it was Jordi Alba, 79 minutes there gone in the game. He was subbed off for Marcos Alonso, and he came off the field there to an incredible ovation from the crowd. They were chanting his name. He was greeted, of course, as well on his way off by his teammates, and he was in tears. He really was emotional, Jordi Alba. It looked as though he's very much caught up in the moment, looking around at the stands, and really couldn't help but break down in tears. Hugged then on the sidelines by Xavi, and a wonderful final moment there, and real appreciation shown to Jordi Alba. Before, just a few minutes later in the game, it was the same situation, same kind of ovation for Sergio Busquets. And I think actually he greeted it in a sort of different way. He didn't break down in tears. He wasn't, you know, outwardly looking sad or anything like that. I think Busquets was looking around thinking, this is amazing. He had a big smile on his face, you know, coming to an end, your career at Barca, the way that it's gone, everything you've achieved, for it to end in this way. It was a really lovely, perfect ending today inside of the stadium. Again, wonderful appreciation, so much love to Sergio Busquets, and he was also greeted on the sidelines by Xavi. And it was just a nice way to finish, guys, today. You know, it's going to be an emotional day. It's been a long season, lots of ups, lots of downs, plenty of good things that have happened to us, of course, this campaign, and to sign it off like this in a stadium now that's going to go away, be renovated over the next season or so. We're not going to be here at the Camp Nou. It's going to be a while, really, until we return. But what a nice moment today to have this win, to have some nice goals, lovely, lovely goals that we saw today. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. Over 88,000 fans here to say goodbye, to say farewell. And what a season it's been, and what we have to look forward to next season. I'm really excited, I am. This team, this group, the project that we have here, the only way is up for us now, and we have a really exciting summer ahead of us, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Signing off today with a victory that sees us still clear, well clear at the top. And indeed, the farewells to Jordi Alba, to Sergio Busquets, and to the Camp Nou for now. Let me know your thoughts, all of your emotions in the comments down below. Thank you indeed for tuning in here, for all of your great support. I will be back soon with more, though. Nothing is stopping here. We are very much still full speed ahead of the summer. I will see you then for all of that. Thank you, though, guys. And until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.